Good evening, World Wide Web. This is James, your favorite ticker picker. Is it a boy? Is it a girl? It's Anheuser-Busch Bud. It was everybody's favorite beer growing up. We all loved it. And somewhere around 2016, the craft beer people slivered in. Actually, that was probably around 2012. But they really took over when Generation Z and the millennials started getting older, and now we have two generations that don't drink Bud. You can see Bud is waning on the scale of things, falling in half since 2016. Recent controversy we're not even going to discuss. If you want news on that, well, uh, their sales are down a bit. Well, not really. Their profits down a bit. Um, Yeah, they made less profit than they did previously. They went 164 billion from 284 billion. But did they would have they might have made less anyhow. So who's to say? The revenue didn't take that big of a hit. It took about a $400 million hit. It was real. It'll be gone in 10 years, but I got a feeling Budweiser will be too. They're not going to sustain this craft beer crush. They're not gonna. They're gonna have to greatly change their brand. A lot of people joke around about it. This they call it piss water, and that's joining the piss water beer club, which is all pretty much clear what we thought were domestic beers that are actually made in Belgium. Um, yeah, all of these American companies that are selling this American branded beer. It's delicious. We all grew up on it, and it's what beer was. And the craft people are showing us that beer can be better than that. Beer can be a little bit better. It's probably heavier. It's probably thicker. It's probably more calories. It's probably worse for you. Who knows? This craft beer, but it's taking over. It's got two generations hooked. Once the third is hooked, this thing's going to fall even harder. They keep buying more brands, big brands, Heineken, Corona, Modelo. They're just scouring up all the brands. They're not scouring up the craft beers, though. And those would have been the cheap ones, and those would have been your trouble. And they seem to have missed that boat a long time ago. And I think they tried to come up with their own little, crafty craft beer things, and everyone just ignores it. They're like, oh, that's just a Budweiser craft beer. That's not a real craft beer. They want the Indian pale ales. They want to travel the world. They want different flavors. They want a different experience. They want to get turned on to new things. We all drank the same. I'm going to call it piss water one last time. And I love piss water. That's what I'm going to call it. But just the Miller Lite, Bud Light, Coors Light, hardly can tell the difference between these brands. It's kind of like Pepsi and Coca-Cola. They're so close. I can tell because I'm a Coke drinker, but um, RC Cola and Publix Cola and some other brand, I can't tell you which one it is. Pepsi, you could probably fool me on a taste test, especially if you put 10 of them out there. And I think I could fool you in a taste test if I put 10 of these clear beers out there. But beer got some flavor, times are changing. And these generations of people that only had one kind of beer to choose from, there was only one right way to make beer. Milwaukee's Best, Busch, Rolling Rock. I could go on. Heineken was the standout. Anheuser-Busch bought them too. Um, Not a fan of that. I don't even think that one tastes good. A lot of people love it though. Um, their balance sheet shows a company that is going down for COVID and up afterwards. So it shows that story over 5 years. It doesn't show the stock price getting, well, the max stock price the crushing happened in 2016. So I think these bars were probably a lot higher back then, or these profit lines were much higher back then. Their balance sheet is still very right side up. They're a healthy company. They've got $10 billion in cash. Their cash is down 20% year over year. I don't know how much is because of controversy. They have 2 billion outstanding shares. Is this the horse and buggy? Is this clear beer phase over? Is Coors Light headed for a disaster also? Let's see what happened to Coors over the last 5 years. Just because I want to see if this craft beer thing hurt them too. And we'll go with the max chart on this one. Yeah, they come screaming up. 2016 happens. And then I don't know what happened. Just the world just like, okay, we're not going to drink this clear beer anymore. We're going to go back to here. We're going to go back to half where we were before. So what the heck happened in 2016? It dipped 6% after weak guidance, to acquire some other beer company. Yeah, Molson's been just scouring up other companies too. We'll see which one they bought here. I'll make this a 2 company. Molson to acquire Start Bev. Boy, that didn't take off very well, did it? Whoever heard of that? Is this one of these non-alcoholic beers or something? Yeah, you have bad idea written all over it. But I don't know. Is the clear beer business done? That's the question everybody has to ask themselves. It's going to roll on for another 10 years at least. It's going to diminish over time. I predict its death. I predict it's going to be a novelty. It's going to be one of the many craft beer brands. Oh, you're getting an old school Bud, or you're getting an old school Coors, or it's going to be one of 5,000, which is probably a good thing because it'd be cool if we all brought different beers to the party. I don't know. Can you mix beer? Is it like mixing alcohol where you get sick afterwards? Probably. I went to World of Beer, and I used to live on top of World of Beer in downtown Orlando. And I used to be able to go down there all the time and have a beer, and I'd order a different one. And I was being a little hipster, I know, because I've never done this before in my life. I've never tried other beers from around the world. I tried ones from every country, and I probably tried over 100 beers in the 2 years that I was there. And just fascinating how much great stuff there is out there. And I've been drinking Busch and Rolling Rock and Bud Light and Coors Light my entire life. I go out, Coors Light, Bud Light, Coors Light, Bud Light. That's just what I've just been ordering because I don't know, it's light. I don't feel all full. I didn't know you could get double the alcohol in your beer. What a great thing. You can get 14%, 12% alcohol beer. It's from Belgium. It's a little thicker. It's delicious, and it tastes the same almost, but with a little more flavorful. And you don't have to drink 6 of them anymore. You can drink 3 of them. You got the same amount of alcohol. I don't know if the calories is a big thing. The calorie play is a good one. The MGD 50 calorie light beer or whatever it is. People are turned on by that. They're like, yeah, I want to be able to drink and not get fat. I still think you get a beer belly though. I'm not sure. Anheuser-Busch, everybody. Leave in the comments below. What do you think? Is traditional beer going to be dead in 30 years? Is this thing here ancient history? Is that what we're witnessing? Are you going to drink your clear beer forever, or have you already moved on? Please leave it in the comments below. Like the video and subscribe. I'll bring you more updates if there's any more news on Anheuser-Busch or Coors. Thank you very much for watching the video, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.